रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारो भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुपरपुर जाए, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। पवनतनय संकट हरण, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान। पावन सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित 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 पावन सीताराम। सीताराम राम राम, हरे राम राम राम, सीताराम राम राम। हरे राम राम राम, सीताराम राम राम। हरे राम राम राम, सीताराम राम राम। सीताराम राम राम, राजा राम राम राम। सीताराम राम राम, राजा राम राम राम। राम राम राम, राजा राम राम राम। सीताराम राम।
Everyone please 2 minutes, within 2 minutes we will start our session with clapping.
Hare Rama
We will
Rama,
join our musical sense of group with devotional clappings, with heartfelt devotion. We will join the dhun for a couple of minutes. Afterwards we will start, right afterwards we will start our session.
Hare Rama Rama Ram, Sita Ram Ram Ram. 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 Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Oh Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. 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 Oh Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
All clap like me. Continue, please. Continue.
With me.
Oh Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai 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 Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Hare Ram 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 Sita Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Sita Ram Ram Hare Ram 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 Sita Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Sita Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Sita Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 खड़े हो जाओ खड़े सब अभी नाचना है आज भगवान के साथ श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा श्री गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा 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 श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा 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 हे नाथ नारायण बोलो कृष्ण कन्हैया
Thank you very much, our excellent musical group of saints who has, yes. So this is something we call brimming or oozing devotion and divinity. Our musical group of saints showcased their best talent just to please the Almighty, His devotees, His saints, and all of you, His attendants. I want to say something that people dance, people sing, but when they dance for worldly purposes, when they sing for their own pleasure, it's just exercise, I believe. Dancing is just exercise when you do for your pleasure. It helps your body. When you sing, you can have vocal practices, But when you dance, when you sing for the God, it becomes divinity and faith for the God. And that is why what we are well presenting the theme Ramotsav, and this for Sanatan Dharma, we have not danced, but we have devoted our devotion unto the divine feet of Almighty, the God. So now, to begin the session, Sir, Dr. Sevak Sir has already energized the session, so I do not need to energize. So I will directly start. Are we all ready to commence the session? Not a loud response. Everyone? Okay, thank you. So, on the second day of our conference on 18th, today we are going to start the third session, and in this session I would welcome everyone on behalf of Shree Swaminarayan Gurukul Rajkot Sansthan and Veer Narmada South Gujarat University in this conference, all our esteemed guests, in the equally divine presence of all the saints, in the most inspiring presence of our keynote person, Dr. Vijay Sevak Sir, in the most esteemed presence of our judges, Dr. Kothari Sir and Dr. Desai Sir. They are chairing the sessions of debate and presentation, all the judges, all the contestants, and our most beloved student audience. So we are privileged to have our events such a devotion brimming place like Nilkanthdham. Any knowledge without a touch of religion, or I would especially say any knowledge without the touch of Sanatan Dharma, cannot be 100% creative to the humankind. And we have solid concrete evidences for this. Why? Because some of the most destructive terrorists of the world were the graduates, postgraduates and PhD from some of the finest universities of the world. And that is why without the touch of Sanatan Dharma, no knowledge of, no brilliance and no excellence of knowledge and skills could be constructive to the humankind. There is only destined to be destructive without the touch of religion and spirituality. And that is why this is the place where we are gathered. It's oozing with devotion and divinity. This is the place, Nilkanthdham, a culmination of pure religion and devotion to the Almighty God. For some, it's a pinnacle. For many, it's a landmark. And for most, it's a milestone. So it's like a dream came true, having our event at Nilkanthdham. We are all privileged. So let's embark upon our journey of the second day. We will start with the paper presentation session. So far we have 4 presenters and 4 debate teams. So still we are reached to the half of the way. There are 4 teams they need to present. So now we'll start with the paper presentation session, and for that I would like to invite the 5th presenter, Dr. Parthiv Kumar Patel from Parul University, Vadodara. Please come. Technical team also arranged the LEDs for even panel of judges, so for them it could be convenient.
Good morning, everyone present over here. First of all, Jai Swaminarayan to all. Today I am going to present the paper, The Exploring of the Spiritual Odyssey, Analysis of the Character Savitri in Sri Aurobindo epic poem called Savitri. Sri Aurobindo epic poem Savitri dwells into the depth of the spiritual odyssey undertaken by the character of Savitri inspired by the legend Mahabharata, the name of Satyavan and Savitri. This epic poem is about 24,000 line masterpiece, explore the themes of love, sacrifice, and the victory of the divine over the mortality. Savitri, born out the king Asopati, immense patience, emerged the symbol of extraordinary beauty and strength, granting her to privilege choosing her own spouse, and the father sets the stage for a profound narrative that challenges destiny itself. Her unique privilege to choose a spouse highlights the autonomy granted by her father, leading to the pivotal choice of Satyavan, a faithful son, the king Dumyatsena, residing in a forest hermitage. The narrative unfolds, the Narad proficiency foretells Satyavan's imminent death. Challenging Savitri loves and resolves. Savitri bold decision to marry Satyavan, despite ominous proficiency by Narad, forms in Aurobindo's epic poem. This defiance against the predetermined fate, showcasing Savitri's unwavering commitment and her belief into the transcendent power of true love, the implication of the challenges destiny resonate throughout the narrative. In this poem, following Satyavan's demise, Savitri encounter with Yam, the god of death, adds the profound layers of her Odyssey. This analysis delves into the spiritual and symbolic dimension of Yam, exploring how his role become integral to the Savitri transformative journey. Yam, representing the ultimate inevitably, becomes a formidable force that Savitri confronts, showcasing the transcending strength of love against even the cosmic order. Savitri's strategic use of wise and appealing words in securing bonds from Yam exemplify her intellectual and spiritual power. The analysis also highlights the paramount role of unwavering devotion in the Savitri relentless pursuit of Satyavan life. The symbolic journey into Yam's dark cave become the poignant explorations of unknown realms of human spirit and challenges inherent in the pursuit the divine's love. The ultimate victory of Savitri, convincing Yam to return Satyavan's soul, serve as the climax of her spiritual odyssey. Savitri's success become a testament of the enduring power of love, transcendent the boundary of fate, elevating the narrative and transcendent plane where divine union becomes a beacon of home and transformative of our humanity. In this poem, Sri Aurobindo's Savitri explorations of Aurobindo philosophical underpinnings reveals the profound connection between the narrative and his broader spiritual vision. Aurobindo, a philosopher, yogi, and mystic, envision an integral transformation of human consciousness that manifests a divine life on earth. The power of love, the central theme in Savitri, aligning with Aurobindo's philosophy, emphasizing the pivotal role of love in transcending human limitations. Furthermore, we can say that the Savitri journey resonates with the Aurobindo's emphasis on integral spirituality, which seeks to harmonize the material and spiritual dimensions of existence. The transformative impact of divine union and symbolized in Savitri, victory over Yam, align with the Aurobindo's vision of a divine life where the spiritual and material realms coexist, harmoniously. In this way, the narrative becomes a living testament to Aurobindo's philosophical principle, illustrating how the power of love, when fully realized, has the potential to bridge the gap between the finite and infinite, transcendenting and limitations of human experience. Savitri's victory therefore serves as a poignant embodiment of Aurobindo philosophical ideas, inviting readers to the complicate, profound possibilities inherent in the transformative force of love. In summarize, see Aurobindo's epic poem Savitri, the characters of Savitri emerges as a beacon of the transcendental power of love, inviting readers into the realm where destiny is not a fixed reality but a tapestry woven by the indomitable strength of human spirit. Savitri's journey marked by the unwavering commitment, defiance of prophecy, and transformative encounter with Yama encapsule a profound explorations, potential love and transcending predetermined boundaries of life. Aurobindo's philosophical underpinnings come to the as Savitri, victory over Yam, culminates in a divine union that defines the predestined separations. The transformative union not only elevates the character but also extends in its influence to the broader world, becoming a beacon of hope and transformation. The narrative aligns with Aurobindo's vision, integral spirituality, harmonizing to the spiritual material dimensions of existence through the transcendent force of love. In that way, Aurobindo also shows the feminism, the terrific power of women through this poem Savitri. Thank you.
We will start with the discussion.
Yes, sir.
Anybody wants to comment something? Well, साहब को जरा माइक दो.
Just a minute.
Or brief, sir.
I just want to draw attention of the speaker to draw policy implications for today's women empowerment from Savitri.
Yes, sir.
Question or
Basically,
Yeah.
she is a symbolic character
Yes. Yes.
in
Sir.
Aurobindo's philosophy,
Yeah.
has implications for today's women.
Yeah.
How to go in for ensuring women empowerment from that character?
As far as when we compare the Savitri characters in today's scenario related to the woman empowerment, this is the story of commitment. So the commitment is the things, if we are committed to someone, so everything can be done. This is when we talk about the character of Savitri, that we have found the commitment, the unwavering, the true love towards the Satyavan, his husband. Before marrying Satyavan, the Narad Muni did one prediction that Satyavan will die within near time. Although due to the true love, she got married with the Satyavan.
Yes.
And finally, the day came and Satyavan died, and the Yam, the god of death, as we know not, when Yam came to take the soul of Satyavan, then and Yam convinced Savitri that we cannot change the things according your wish, but due to the true commitment towards the Satyavan, towards her love. See, yeah. See, she has very much trust on the commitment, and finally he convinced the Yam and
No, you have. I think you have not understood. He was in the context of seminar where we are landing. That's you. And instead of that, you are telling the story. Basically, what you want to say is commitment.
yes, commitment.
So, for any human being, according to well-known educationist Professor Ravindra Dave,
Yeah.
5 commitments are very important.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Commitment for self,
Yes.
commitment for society,
Yes.
commitment for your learners if you are a teacher,
Yes.
commitment for basic human values.
Yes.
That is one of the title here.
Yes,
And
yes.
then commitment to achieve excellence.
Yeah.
This 5 commitment for everybody that is necessary. That is the answer. Anybody else?
And not only that,
No, sir.
we can
Now,
make
not go
use
one by
of
one.
for reducing the divorce rate in the country.
Yes.
The commitment you have been talking of can lead toward reducing the divorce rate.
Okay, sir.
Anybody would like to react? Okay, sir.
A few things I would like to bring to your kind attention. Number one, the first thing that you have violated, we have repeatedly instructed and requested all the participants not to read the paper, but to present impromptu. Okay, you have read the paper, but that doesn't disqualifies you. But next time you have to keep in mind, you have to strictly follow whatever instructions have been given to you. Number one. Number two, you have repeatedly said that it's a poem, it's a poem. On one hand, and on the other, you also mentioned the total number of lines or stanza of Savitri, that is 24,000. Now, if a literary text can have 24,000 lines, it's not a poem. So you got confused in the genre. It's actually a Mahakavya.
Epic poem.
Okay. So it is not epic itself is enough. You don't need to use the suffix poem. Okay.
Okay.
Third thing is that you have said that Aurobindo was a yogi, a mystic, a philosopher. But his basic identity, you missed that basically he was a freedom fighter. Do you know that?
Yes, sir.
Why he took asylum in Puducherry now and Pondicherry then? Because it was a French colony, so that the British cannot reach him and cannot arrest him in a French territory. Okay.
Yes.
So, and you need to work a lot on your diction and your presentation. You know, if you go to any public platform or public domain to present something in a debate or a seminar, conference, etc., your presentation should be well rehearsed. Why don't you go to your hostel room or your house, lock yourself in a room and rehearse, read out the paper twice, thrice or multiple times in front of the mirror or in front of a few friends. Bribe them कि चाय पिलाऊंगा तो मैं 2 घंटा मेरे को सुनो, मैं 2 घंटा रिहर्सल करूँगा. And then you come to a public platform. When you are a student of a well-known university like Parul University, we expect more from the younger generation, that they should be well prepared and well rehearsed. So these are my small observations. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Just a minute. I will request Professor Desai.
You presented a paper in a way, and you tried to say something on Savitri. My humble question is, I know because I have been a teacher and I have seen my students presenting papers and all, and I myself have presented certain text and all. Have you read Savitri?
Sir, the whole Savitri that I haven't read, but I have read the criticism of Savitri, sir.
Okay. So when you comment on a given text,
Yeah.
then first of all you are supposed to read that primary text.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, sir.
And then you take help of the critical material already available on that text.
Okay,
And
sir.
then you add your insights to that, and then you make your argument. This is the simple process of writing a research paper.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Fine. Anyway, you are initiating. We are all learners. There is no point. Life is long enough for improvements.
Yes.
It's fine.
Yes.
But I think we should learn. And next time, whenever we write something, then first we read the text, right? And then we think about the text. Okay. What I wondered that, you said so many things about you. In fact, narrated the myth of Savitri, right? Savitri is a myth actually. It's a myth of
Yes.
Savitri.
Yes, sir.
And without reading, this epic, I would know what you have told me about Savitri and that story. Such an epic you talk about, and it's a literary work in a way.
Yes.
And you do not mention anything about the language of Savitri, right? The kind of English it is written in, and such a long, work. And then there is nothing, which attracts you in a personal way. This has to reflect in your presentation in some way. And this is not reflected simply because you haven't engaged yourself with the primary text, right?
Yes, sir.
So I think this is the first condition, that if I have to say on something, I must first personally be engaged with that something. Then only there is some outcome possible, right? So without having bhakti, without having devotion, how can you expect God to give you darshana?
Sir, actually, I have been since long a member of Sri Aurobindo Ashram, Vallabh Vidyanagar.
Okay.
So there are some scholars like you. So I listen many a time about the Savitri. So I'm inspired from them.
No,
then
that's fine.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. But please, I'm requesting you to understand the seriousness of what I'm telling you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right? Please, that it is very much necessary to read the text on which we try to say something.
Yes, sir.
Of what quality we say, that's a different thing altogether.
Yes.
But at least to begin with, you must read the text.
Yes, sir.
Then the question comes of what you say and how you say and what is the worth of what you say, right?
Yes, sir.
But
yes.
the very first beginning is reading the text, that's all.
Okay.
Okay?
Sir.
And
Yeah.
then, see, you do not know because how much time he must have taken to write this with all his intensity and talent and the gifts which he had. When I read, for example, when an ordinary reader like me read, for example, then I take a lot of time in reading. Maybe I have to read it more than once.
Yes.
Then you imagine how much time it may take.
Yes.
So this is the simple input required. I think Kothari Sahib has tried to say this in different ways. That you take the research paper seriously in some sense. So I think here, and all our fellow members sitting here, we have been trying this over these 2 days, simply saying this, that please take this seriously. The way, for example, devotion is taken seriously in this Swaminarayan Dham, what we learn from is this. The way they take devotion seriously, we should take a research paper seriously, simply speaking. Okay, thank you.
Sir, can I?
Okay.
Just one line.
Just a minute.
If you are more comfortable in reading Gujarati translation, do you know who has translated this poem into Gujarati?
Sir, I don't have any idea.
Okay.
Yes.
There was a poet called Pooja Lal. Initially, Sundaram has started translating this text because Sundaram was living in Pondicherry Aurobindo Ashram. But when his health started deteriorating, the incomplete translation which has been started by Sundaram has been completed by Pooja Lal in 24,000 lines that has been translated into Gujarati, published by N.M. Tripathi and Company, Mumbai, and the entire text in PDF is available on archives.org. archives.org પર આ ટેક્સ્ટ તમે ડાઉનલોડ કરી શકો છો ગુજરાતી અનુવાદમાં. એટલે if you are more comfortable reading Gujarati translation, then get the Gujarati text and go through.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, Professor.
Sir, just it is what my observation, whether it is a literary criticism or a research paper related to dharma or philosophy. So that aspect should be added categorically, because reading only Savitri is not sufficient. Reading Aurobindo philosophies and philosophical aspects in Savitri that should be highlighted. Then it will be a research paper on dharma or philosophy. This is what my observation is. And literary criticism is, I think, something different.
Okay, so time and again we are debating about the types of paper, whether it is a theoretical paper, conceptual paper, or the research paper. I think that debate requires a one-day session here in the Nilkanthdham, so it is a home assignment for them that they should conduct it before I leave this world. So that is the request to them. And number two, good suggestions are given by that. If I read something on Sanatana Dharma, then I am not going to become the expert of this by simply reading, because only reading will not do it. Receiving, Benjamin Bloom long back said that you receive something. You have received some waves from Savitri and Aurobindo. Then you started responding into it. Huh? Okay. Then you feel that there is something good. So you will go for the third step, valuing.
Yes, sir.
Then there will be organization. Who are the people? Huh? Professor Mehta is there, Professor Desai is there, Professor Sevak is there. United, there will be organization. And then there will be a characterization. That is the very difficult stage. But anyway, okay, you started beginning of this. So congratulations. But try to, here ultimate aim is, apart from understanding Sanatana Dharma, ultimate aim is communication skill, inculcation of communication skill. So instead of reading, you can sometimes try to that also. Best wishes. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Something to say. Sir, I would like to say something. Just a few seconds.
Normally the rule of seminar, once the chairperson resolves, after that nobody can speak. So I hold to that, and in the next presentation you give this comment to that.
Sure.
Is it now presentation now only paper? Okay.
Sir, there is still a paper. Is it concluded, this presenter? Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
So due to time constraint, we must respect time. We have still many things to go. So I will invite the next presenter, sixth presenter, Dr. Dayanand Sharma, MIT, IIKS, Pune. He is esteemed faculty, even he has studied Jyotish Shastra, he has also studied Yoga Shastra, and currently he is in connection with University of USA. He is online giving his tutelages at USA, so he will present his paper.
I can't see there, and slides to be on. Yeah, slides will be on, but to communicate with all, I use these slides.
Please, you can. No problem.
Use as reference.
Yeah, as my reference. So I'm using my slides itself.
So your time starts now.
Thank you. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. वाणीं नमामि मनसा वचसा विभूत्यै कल्याणाद्भुतगात्राय कामितार्थप्रदायिने श्रीवेङ्कटेशनाथाय श्रीनिवासाय ते नमः. So directly I'm getting into the topic. My topic is contemplating the two ways of dharma, that is Shreyo Marga and Preyo Marga. So to contemplate my view on this, so I'm using the first paragraph of Shankaracharya's Adhyasa, not Adhyasa Bhashya, it is a Upodghata Bhashya of Shankaracharya on Bhagavad Gita. So that paragraph goes like this. So Bhagavan, the slide number 3. Not, next one. Next one. No, go ahead. Please use the PDF format. Next one. Do not go back, go forward. Not this. Next one. Yeah. So, स भगवान सृष्ट्वेदं जगतो तस्य च स्थितिं चिकीर्षुः मरीचादि नगरे सश्वत्. So this is the paragraph what I have used. So in between I have highlighted that द्विविधो हि वेदोक्तो धर्मः प्रवृत्तिलक्षणो निवृत्तिलक्षणश्च जगतः स्थितिकारणम्. So this is the exact frame what I am using to contemplate. So after the creation of this universe, Bhagavan Shri Krishna, he has made two ways of dharma. That is, one is said as a Shreyo Marga, that which is said as a path of God or path of liberation, and another way of dharma is path of pleasure, or we can say it as a Preyo Marga. So these are the two ways. For example, we can use the we can take the Sanaka, Sanandana are the rishis who are in the Shreyo Marga, that is path of God, and the Preyo Marga, that we can say the Marichi and other rishis, and also the Janaka Adi Rajarshi. So the next literature review for which I have gone through the Bhagavad Gita. So to contemplate this, I have studied in the traditional way from Veda Vijnana Gurukula. So I have completed my Bhagavad Gita based on Shankaracharya's commentary. So to contemplate this, I am using these features. See, the Shreyo Marga and the Preyo Marga. So next slide. The difference between these two. Yes, next. The features of Shreyo Marga and Preyo Marga. So basically, what is Preyo Marga and what is Shreyo Marga? Shreyo Marga is the way of God. We can say it as a Shreyo Marga, path of liberation, and the Preyo Marga is the path of pleasure or the desires. So what is the difference between? See, the focus in Shreyo Marga is Abhyudaya, that means to attain the liberation. In the Preyo Marga, the main goal is to attain the pleasures and overcome the pleasures. And in motivation, in the we can say in Shreyo Marga, what is the motivation? Seeking the ultimate truth and inner peace. Seeking the truth and inner peace in the Shreyo Marga. But in Preyo Marga, we can say desire for enjoyment, comfort and recognition. Desire for enjoyment. So we can recognize this in the Preyo Marga. People go behind the money and pleasures, and we can see in Shreyo Marga we can also recognize this. People go behind bhakti and attain moksha. And after, what are the values in these difference between? Values are renunciation, detachment, self-realization. Whereas in Preyo Marga, we can say material possession, power and social status. In Preyo Marga, we go behind the social status and earn money, and we want some like a power, we want to be a politician, and we want to be a recognized people in the society. That is said in a Preyo Marga. And practices to attain for both Preyo Marga and Shreyo Marga, for both the way is described in Bhagavad Gita and other scriptures. In Bhagavad Gita, for the people, those who are following Shreyo Marga, for such people, the meditation, yoga and philosophical study, ethical studies are the basic practices. Whereas for the Preyo Marga, reading the Dharma Granthas like Bhagavad Gita and Vedas, understanding the Vedas, including the Shadanga and Shad Darshana. So understanding, making themselves to, exploring themselves towards the Jnana, and at the end of the life, they must reach the level where they can sacrifice the material connection. Rituals pursuing wealth and Vedas, Smriti text and Artha Shastra. So scriptures for the both for these Shreyo Marga Upanishad, that is said as a Prasthana Trayi in Vedanta, in Vedanta Darshana. Prasthana Trayi, that is Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads and Brahma Sutra. These are the main scriptures to understand the Shreyo Marga. Whereas to understand these scriptures, Vedas, Smritis, text and other things. So ultimate goal of the both way, that is Shreyo Marga and Preyo Marga, ultimate goal is to attain Brahma or become the in Swaminarayan Parampara we can say becoming the Aksharadhama, attaining the Aksharadhama, maybe. What is the exact word they use, I don't know. But in Advaita Vedanta we use as a becoming a Brahma, becoming one with Brahma. So as I said in my next, please go get into the next slide. So in my next slide, I just wanted to explore this. What is this Preyo Marga? So Shreyo Marga is whereas we can say they are above the society level, where they are above the society level. But in Preyo Marga, we can see the differences as a Shudra, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Brahmana, all these. So I just tried to categorize these. So whereas Shudras, so in Guna Viparyaya, so we can say the tamas dominant, and how their life should be, how they lead their life. So body pleasure centered lifestyle that should be. Maybe in a how can we consider? See, we all are students. While we are studying, someone will drop. They do not understand the education. What they do not understand they are not understanding the education. They directly quit and directly get into earn the money. So such people can be considered as a Shudras. Those and another category in the Vaishya and Kshatriya. So Vaishya people get the education and do not and directly get into the business and earn the money. That is the money centered life. And sorry, so, thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, he has tried to explore the two possibilities, Shrey and Prey. So
I had
comments, queries, plus, please.
Sir, as an audience, I want to know the learning outcome within 2 lines.
Learning outcome, understanding the two different ways of Dharma, that is Shreyo Marga and Preyo Marga. Learning outcomes. So the topic itself, the outcome of my research.
Anybody else?
Hello.
Okay.
So
You said. Okay. You said the ultimate goal of both the ways of Shreyo Marga and Preyo Marga is to attain the moksha, but in your slide there.
No.
There was a slide where you have written distinctively or maybe differently. In Shreyo Marga, you have written to become a Brahman or something like that, and in Preyo Marga, you have written it like enjoying the materialistic life and the Artha Shastra that you have written it there. So, can you please?
So, Artha Shastra, Artha Shastra is describes how to earn the money in a dharmic way. How to earn the money in a dharmic way, because dharma viruddha dhanam is considered as a adhanam. Dharma viruddha dhanam is considered as a adharma dhanam. So that's why I mentioned Artha Shastra of.
Okay, so I just wanted to ask you 2 questions. My basic question that Shankara. All right. All right. So quickly, I'm asking my question that you mentioned the 2 ways, 2 paths, 2 margs of bhakti. That one is a kind of completely go through devotion, and another is the path of pleasure, kind of something. If there is a pleasure, if there is no devotion, then how does that path lead towards salvation that we call moksha, right? If you, I hope that you have understood my question.
Yeah.
Okay, very briefly.
So the path of pleasure ultimately with the knowledge it will lead to moksha. So for example, after enjoying the best the Mohanthal, the people will definitely get vairagya on that. I have enjoyed the best Mohanthal. What is there in general Mohanthal? So if the person has that knowledge, so I have enjoyed the best thing I have enjoyed. There is nothing in general like wherever we get in the stores. So even I have enjoyed the best Mohanthal in Gujarat. Now Mohanthal is my favorite, and I do not want any kind of sweets after enjoying that sweet. So with this knowledge, the path of pleasure also can lead to the liberation. So after enjoying the material pleasures, one can get into the liberation way.
Oh.
Yes, sir? Sir, I can't hear you, sir.
I say follow Bacon, Francis Bacon. You taste the Mohanthal of this institution, go to another institution in Gujarat, taste it, go to another institution. After third example, you try to generalize. That's what. Fine, take it lightly. Don't go today only for tasting Mohanthal. So you want some question?
Yeah.
So any doubt?
Actually, here on this slide, you have defined varnas in 5 things. So sannyas, I guess, is an ashram, and you have
it is not an ashram. It is above that is brahmacharya, grahastha, and vanaprastha and sannyasa. But here the sannyasa, no. It is not a varna vyavastha. So this varna vyavastha, so that shudra, the variations of guna I just described here, how the variations of guna can be seen in the people. So the guna, tamo guna.
That is your perception or that is theoretical?
Sir, contemplation, my contemplation.
Okay. So, take care. Okay. Then, anyone else?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a question.
This is last question now.
Yes, please.
Last question. Then there is a comment from Professor Mehta. Please.
Okay. Thank you, sir. You mentioned that Shudras are bodily pleasure centers, and for Kshatriyas you have written that it was about dharma centered. Now, my question is, why Shudras are with the body pleasure centered and Kshatriyas are with dharma centered? And dharma in this context would be this dharma or the dharma of their own? So the definition of dharma, what you think is mentioned
so
there.
The definition of dharma is given, but I was, because of due to time lag, I
so could you just explain it?
Shamod, can you, yes, 1 second. Dhratihi kshamadamosteyam shauchamindriya nigraha dhirvidya satyamekrodhaha dashakam dharma lakshan. This is the reference from Manusmriti. So this is what the exact dharma, but there is 3 types of dharma, and that is one can say that is ashrama dharma, putra dharma, matra dharma, and all these things can be considered under the dharma. But according to religion, so these 10 things, that is dhratihi kshama damosteyam shaucham indriya nigraha dhir vidya satyamakrodha dashamkam dharma lakshanam. This is the exact description of dharma. Yes, sir.
What you have recently just now said,
yes,
that
sir.
dharma, it's known as deha dharma.
Yes, sir. It's
Okay,
not a
that is
deha dharma.
dharma. So there are 1,000 definition and 1,000 type of dharma in Indian Sanatan Dharma history. Okay, so you need to understand 2 simple things I would like to bring to your attention. How do you define the term abhyuday, which you have used?
Abhyudaya means directly upgrading our life from level 1 to level 2.
Yes, that is the term picked up by Mahatma Gandhi, which he has used for the upliftment and advancement of the marginalized section of the then Indian society. Okay, and that is one of the that has been popularized by Mahatma Gandhi, Abhyuday. Second thing is, whenever you talk about the Varna Vyavastha, you have to be very clear about the definition of Brahman, Kshatriya, Shudra, Vaishya. You forget the Manusmriti for a while. You need to understand what are the dharmas of, again dharma, I'm telling you, this is not the job or responsibility.
Yes,
it
sir.
is again dharma. What are the dharma of Brahman, Kshatriya, Shudra, Vaishya? The dharma is like that. Sevak, Rakshak, Shikshak, Poshak. You try to understand the Varna Vyavastha in a larger perspective by keeping Manusmriti aside for a while. In the large Indian perspective, then only you can comment on Varna Vyavastha and Brahman, Kshatriya, Shudra, Vaishya.
Sir, only
it is
for the-
about the dharma of these 4 categories, and that is again Rakshak, Sevak, Shikshak, Poshak. It is not about the caste. Remember,
Yes,
if
sir.
a Brahman like me is defending or protecting someone, then I am a Kshatriya. So you need to understand in a largest perspective.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
That's what I just wanted to clarify, but I didn't get any clear time to, so excuse me for that. Sure, sir.
Scenario in almost all seminar, we never realize, we are very optimistic in for, even right from selecting the topic, even this topic, Savitri topic or Dharma, as he said, Tunde Tunde Matir Vinna. What I will say about Dharma, yesterday only I said, Rashtriya Shiksha Niti writes, right, yes, conduct. That is Dharma, in bracket, Dharma. So, but we have to be very careful for selecting title, paper, number of slides. We know others kitana time milta hai internationally. I attended 15 minutes, 4 presentation and 30 minutes discussion. No one way, but this is a unique, in morning also I said, this is the unique thing that after presentation there is a discussion. Otherwise 90 minutes slot, 4 presentation and 30 minutes discussion. That is one session. So,
Sir, I
you
just
have done-
prepared only 10 slides, but I didn't get enough time.
Anyway, I also prepare 40 slides, but I could only present 3 slides. That is my limitation. So, but anyway, you are coming from a very nice. Is it Maharashtra Institute of Technology, MIT?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yeah.
Is it Word Peace University?
Word Peace University, yes, sir.
Okay, so there is one hall where
Yeah.
Rashi and Kshatriyas are there.
Yes, sir.
Pillars are there.
Yes.
Okay, invite all of us there sometime.
Sure, sir, definitely.
I had been there online also, offline also, and recently I met somebody, Sri Hari Handwal, I know provost or.
Yes, sir.
So you are
he was,
from good
yeah, he is our provost.
You had a good future, no problem. Please have a nice time. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Dhanyavad.
Any other presentation?
Hello. Yes, sir. So with these 2 presentations, can we conclude the paper presentation session? Yes, there is still only 1 paper presentation left that will cover in the last session, afternoon.
So right now nobody is there.
No presentations.
Oh. Okay, thanks. Congratulations to presenters. And next time when you go, remember that only 3 minutes are given sometimes. I was sometimes in West Bengal and the director seminar came. Now we will start with presentation. Everybody will be given 3 minutes. So scenario is that, but anyway people write in the biodata, presented a paper at a national seminar, so and so. But be careful, be conscious, select the topic in such a way that you can justify within that time only. Don't bombard on a very broad topic. That's all. Fine, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Kothari sir. He has provided, even he appreciated this discussion after the presentation because this gives us insight. So with the permission of our chairing person of debate session, Dr. Rakesh Desai, can we start our debate session?
Please, yes.
Thank you, sir. So far we had 4 debate teams. So now I would like to request the 5th team to present their topic. That is, the team is from SP University. Yes, Vidyanagar.
Okay. Hello. Good morning. Our topic for today's debate is euthanasia and its moral and legal implications. As it poses many moral, legal, and ethical problems, we firmly believe that promoting euthanasia is not a good thing in a modern healthcare system. Now, before delving on the moral, ethical, and legal aspects of euthanasia, let us get familiar with some key terms. What is euthanasia? So the word comes from Greek euthanatos, where it literally means the good death. Oxford English Dictionary defines euthanasia as the painless killing of a person or an animal who is suffering from an incurable disease and painful disease, or is in a state of irreversible coma. Based on the manner in which euthanasia is practiced, the practice is divided into two forms: active euthanasia and passive euthanasia. Active euthanasia is also known as killing by action, where the physician gives a lethal injection to the terminally ill patients, which brings about his death in a quick and painless manner. Passive euthanasia is also known as killing by omission, where the life support system of the patient is removed and the patient is left to die in a natural manner. Now, passive euthanasia has gained a widespread currency in modern healthcare system. Even in India, after the 2015 case of Aruna Shanbag, the Supreme Court of India has legalized passive euthanasia under certain circumstances only, and for that we have to follow due process. Otherwise, active euthanasia is a criminal act in India. There are only a handful of nations where active euthanasia is legal. Now that we have defined our terms clearly, I would like to invite Krupesh Bhai to talk about the moral dilemmas that euthanasia poses to a society.
So good morning, everyone. I would like to talk about the moral implications of euthanasia. The first thing that I like to talk about is we are the believers of karma. Whatever goes around or whatever we act upon comes back in the same manner as we think. So, how do it implies to euthanasia? The first thing is, if somebody enjoys a good life or somebody is suffering from something, I would see that the person's destiny is made up in such a manner. And whatever the karma is, we are supposed to not overturn it, but pass through it. With that, I would like to say that if a good man enjoys or a bad man suffers, that is because of the karma. And in that case, I like to completely deny euthanasia, because however, if you suffer or you enjoy, it is based on what I feel is we are the believers of karma. Second point I like to talk about is the optimism. As Indian people, we feel that some hope, whatever bad, however the worst condition is, something good will happen. And we believe in optimistic theory. A pessimist sees that we are on earth and there is no cure for it, is said by Samuel Beckett. And with that reference, I would say an optimist sees it that however bad the condition is, the hope always remains with us. So if it is incurable disease too, as Indians, we cannot allow it for us. Why? Because we are the believers of optimism. Third, if we think of euthanasia, that promotes only ableism, that only the abled people are to live on earth. If we believe on that, the fascism and Nazism would arrive to us, where they did the same thing. I like to say that the person who is suffering from something, let's take for an example. If person is disabled, for an example, let's take that the person has no limbs. Would we mean that he is worthless? No, not at all. Even disabled people, those who don't have that capacity of being as an abled person, also has the right to live, however worst it may be. So in that case, I would believe I completely deny euthanasia. I'll just share an example, and with that I'll conclude it. Point is, if a person who belongs to a very good family and a person goes with an incurable disease, the family would try pressurize the elder people or elderly person, that you must believe in it. At the same time, on the other hand, a person who is going through suffering might feel that the people, those who are forcing me, are actually suffering because of me. So the person would blame the person itself that everything is happening because of me. And that would create a kind of chaos in the society and community. So I completely deny, with the moral implications, to accept at all the euthanasia. Now I would like to hand over the mic to my friend Bhavik.
A famous philosopher John Ward has said that the value of life is the value we give to our life, and most of the religions stand against the concept of the euthanasia. And I am going to just explain that how it is against the religion and also religion, the legal action of India. Now, especially talking about the legalization euthanasia is not appropriate, especially in our country. Only the passive euthanasia has been granted the permission. Section 309 says about that if somebody provokes you for the euthanasia, it is just committing murder or committing suicide. Even IPC section 306 talks about that it is the abatement of suicide. And the third one, that is the article 21, and that talks about the life, living life with the dignity. So legalizing euthanasia in our society again is illegal. Only the passive euthanasia has been granted permission. And moreover, taking a verse from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 2, it says that as the one discards the old clothes and wears the new one, so the same system is applied to the soul. The soul leaves the old body and receives the new body. Even it is described in the Holy Scripture of Christianity, Psalm 36, verse 9, where it is believed that God does not give authority to the people to take one's life and also the other life. Now, giving the practical example, suppose somebody is disabled, like Andrea. Now, Andrea has been the most popular pianist, and he has recorded more than 75 million records in music. Now, if he had the same type of thinking in the mind that he was disabled and would not be appropriate or would not be helpful to the society, he also would have gone through the same path. Even we can remember about the World War I and the World War II, where the Nazis camp happened, where many people were put in the gas chamber, including the children and also the elders. So for those people, it would have been very difficult situations. So ultimately, looking at the legal system, religious, or even legalizing, we completely stand against euthanasia. Thank you.
The house is open for debate. Please remember, it is the ideas that we are debating, not the people. So that should be the tone and the tenor.
I have a question regarding the quotation which you have made from the Bhagavad Gita. I guess it was Vasansi Jaranani Yatha Vihaya. So I could not understand that. What is the reference with the euthanasia to this?
The verse and the chapter that I have taken from Bhagavad Gita, it means I was talking about the karmic reaction. We believe in the karmic reaction, that the present life that we are living is the ultimate reason of our past life. So we have a lot of debt. I say we have a lot of debt, and we are entitled by Lord to live one life. So we do not have any right over taking our own life or somebody else's life.
Excuse me, sir. I have one question. Sir, I have one question. Sir, firstly, this is not against the Hinduism, because example is Jain Muni, and you have quote the example dignity. The word dignity used in the preamble of Constitution, and right to life with dignity is correct, but what about the right to death with dignity?
Well, we already mentioned that passive euthanasia under certain circumstances is already legal, where a patient is terminally ill, he has been suffering from a very long time and there is no hope, then there is this question, and it's a valid question, that what about the right to die with dignity? But again, we should not jump to conclusion and say that every disabled person may have that wish about ending his life. We should be very careful, and Supreme Court has said that another committee of 2 doctors would be formed, and after submitting of their report, then and only then, and with the orders of the court and with the permission of the family members, then passive euthanasia is allowed, because that can easily lead to a slippery slope where people who feel that I'm very depressed, I see no meaning in life, now I want to exercise my right to die with dignity. I do not want to feel like living anymore. Such a person does not require this type of extreme mindset. He requires care, love, and support of his family members or friends. So in this way, we can take this.
But sir, you are against the euthanasia.
Yeah. I said active euthanasia is legal and is not at all morally valid. Passive euthanasia is only valid to a patient who is in a permanent vegetative state. For example, Ms. Aruna Shanbag, she lived for 42 years in a permanent vegetative state. Now think about her own condition, think about the condition of those who are caring for her. So ending her life is a decision based on ultimate compassion for her, to release her from this misery, but this is only allowed for passive euthanasia. Active euthanasia means the doctor injects a lethal injection. That was not done to Ms. Aruna because the caretakers refused. We want to care for her. So in that sense we say, but everybody is not as lucky as Ms. Aruna. There are people, such people can be very burdened on their relatives. Even their body gives excruciating pain. For them, human purposes, it should be in a very rare instances allowed.
But she has also right to life with dignity. Fundamental rights,
Yes.
Article 21, Article 14 is equality.
Yeah.
Then
Counter questions. If our panel allows only, then counter questions can be asked. There is a panel has put a limitation of only 1 question from 1 audience or any participant.
Please, please.
I have just a few input. The most discussed case, Aruna Shanbag, which you have mentioned several times. There are 2 books written on Aruna Shanbag case. One is a research book written by Pinky Virani.
Yes.
The title of the book is Aruna Shanbag, A True Story of Rape and Its Aftermath. This is the book, and our Gujarati writer Harkishan Mehta wrote a fictional novel on the life and pain and pathogen plight of the coma-bound patient Aruna Shanbag with the title Jad Chetan. Okay. The second important thing which probably you missed is that in 2003, UNO has appealed the entire international community to sign on 2 treaties. One is against the capital punishment and one is the euthanasia, which India has not signed.
Yeah.
Most of the Asia Pacific countries have not signed on this treaty. Yeah. Okay, what we call in Gujarati is Ichha Mrityu. Okay, and the last thing is that for the movie goers, there is a 2010 movie made by Sanjay Leela Bansali, the Hrithik Roshan Aishwarya Rai
Guzarish.
starrer movie Guzarish. Thank you.
Yes. I just conclude the session now. Euthanasia, I think of all the topics, this is one topic which is contradictory in itself, if you go, verbally for it. See, in English, you can also call it mercy killing, right? Now, how can there be mercy in killing? You see, right? And what Professor Mehta said, Ichha Mrityu, right? How can one have Ichha for Mrityu? You see, there is always Ichha for life, right? For Jivan. So this is, contradiction there. So when there is contradiction in debates naturally become more, enlivening and, more exciting. But I think when you look at the terminally ill patient and the family members who care for them, and then that sort of decision to take, that, you know, to kill, right? It's a sort of, I mean, only, this is a very, very emotionally charged topic, you know, in that sense. We can discuss it now, but when it translates itself into our family situations, that's a very, very tender moment, you know, when one decides against all affections and love, you know, to kill one's own intimate family member. So it's a great decision one has to take finally for the sake of the, of course, the terminally ill patient. But yes, so I think what I expected, you know, to emerge somehow the idea of ahimsa. You see, when you discuss in this sort of seminar, connected largely with the idea of dharma, you know, that, for example, you kill terminally ill because, you know, something is being very hinsak to the body, right? The disease is very violent to this body, okay? And since we believe in ahimsa, you know, we try to save the terminally ill patient from the violence, right, in some sense. We try to save the patient. So here, you know, when you say mercy killing, then mercy is a sort of for the sake of ahimsa. Ichha mrityu, why to have ichha for mrityu? For ahimsa, you know, basically. So this may be one of the reasons why, you know, what Professor Mehta said, that, you know, some of the countries have not gone for, you see, banning euthanasia. So maybe ahimsa paramo dharma is something which is that, you know, in Indian spirit. So, you know, when you see some terminally ill patient, and then how you allow that patient, you know, having medical opinion, having the opinion, also affirmative opinion of the nearest family members, and suppose the patient is in coma, endlessly in coma, what will you do then? You know, so then for the sake of ahimsa, you commit hinsa, so, you know, so-called hinsa. That is, I think, one thing. The second, you know, the risk and danger, and why some other people also discuss was this, that euthanasia could be a legitimized murder in different circumstances. And when it comes to legality, you see, then there could be many, you see, other situations and contexts possible. But yes, finally for me, it's a very tender personal moment, you know, when one decides this. So it's very difficult to, because, you know, it is a very contextually driven issue, and you can't really in debate generalize it in some way. Anyway, but I'm very happy with the sort of different voices and also voices from the panel. Thank you. We can move to the, yes.
I just have a comment on it for 50 seconds only.
Oh, where is
that? There is a argument that is coming up in the world connecting nature and nature's frequency with the wish of the human beings and their strong will or commitment or perseverance towards the wish that they do have. So when this particular argument comes into the minds of the people across the globe, concepts like euthanasia are in question, direct question. Now, since I was in abroad in 2021, immediately after the COVID, see, Canada, Belgium already have started rethinking on this. Some of the states in the United States of America also have banned it. And Portugal stopped the legality of this particular activity, meaning the nations who were actually running after this particular concept, thinking of the, you know, mercy killing from a different perspective altogether. As Professor Desai just said, there is no mercy killing, because humans are developing hope in their minds, probably because of the great spiritual idea of living from this particular land, that is Bharat, toward the entire world. So people are having hopes. Till they die naturally, nobody is, you know, losing their hopes. 100% they are not losing. Okay, that's what is my opinion. Thank you.
Yes, I think this is a diverse topic, and that's why the discussion goes on. Even I had a question to Rakesh sir itself, but I would admit this could be just last question, and I would ask in one sentence. I would request you to answer in fewer sentences. Just as you said, means what I studied from Upender sir or in literature, as you said, there a person could not wish for his, and a person can wish for his death. But I studied a poet, Sylvia Plath, and she had passion for death. She attempted the suicidal attempts at every interval of 5 years, she herself, and she died at the age of 30. And it is even criticized, if she would have lived longer, she would be a worldwide poet. So can there be some disease when a person himself or herself wishes for the suicide?
See, had she lived longer, she would have been branded as a bad poet, because she might have written bad poetry later on. See, that is also possible. Now let me tell you that there is if you remember Freud, the basic sort of Freudian model, then there are two urges in human life. One is, wish for life. The other is the wish for death. Freud calls it eros, wish for life, and wish for death, thanatos. So we are in a constant sort of struggle, between these two poles. On the one hand, wish for life. On the other hand, wish for death. Some hours during day, for example, you have some sort of lethargy. You don't feel like working, In your common language, you say, I'm not in my mood, you see. In fact, you are being overpowered by thanatos at that moment. There are some moments you feel very vivacious and, very enthusiastic and so active. Maybe you are dominated by the wish for life. So there is constantly this. It's not that death wish is something, which occurs on certain date or certain, see, life is not that dramatic actually. Things go on simultaneously and constantly, continuously. So what happens that, in a normal human being, you have the fine balance of this life wish and death wish. When in Sylvia Plath or some other cases, it is death wish which comes to dominate, life wish. And then what you call suicide, takes place. So suicide is not a separate case. Most of the human beings are on the verge of committing suicide any day, given the listening of life wish, right? So there is always a sort of precarious balance. See, what Freud has given to literature, since basically I'm a student of literature. You see, there is a very good essay by Alan Trilling. Trilling has written a lot on Freud. You see, what he says is that Freud has given literature a sort of model of human being, a human being who is tragic, precarious, unpredictable, something like Dostoevskian protagonist. And this is something which interests literature. You see, human being is not something which is a predetermined machine, you see. There are so many impulses and wishes, right, within us. And we are simply sitting on the top of a volcano. You do not know what erupts when, you see. And I think the people who lead the life of sadhu knows this more than anyone else, because you constantly are trying to control this volcano within.
Yes, sir.
You see,
exactly.
Right? So I think in that context, I would say that death wish and life wish, this is something which goes on constantly in human mind. So far as there is balance, it doesn't become observable. It becomes observable when the volcano erupts and when someone commits suicide.
Exactly, sir. Thank you for your valuable words. So with this large debate, we'll invite the next participant, which is from Nilkanthdham English Medium School. There are participants, 3 participants from Pune, the team number 6, please.
Jai Swaminarayan. Good morning, all keynote speakers, judges, the chairman of the panel, contestants, and the audience. I am Praful from Nilkanthdham English Medium School, Baramati. With me, Shri Ajit ji and Shri Anupam ji. We are here to present, or we have a topic for a debate, that is agriculture dilemma, pros and cons of organic and inorganic farming. So we are going with pros for organic farming. So I'll request first Ajit ji to talk on this.
Good morning, everyone. Organic farming, it's a need of today's date. So let's first know what is organic farming. Organic farming, it's a method of crop production. It avoids or largely excludes the chemical fertilizers or pesticides, even the growth regulators also. Organic farming, it expected to use the different methods where the crop rotation and the remains of crop can be used. Even the biofertilizers, biopesticides, animal manure, or the green manuring can be used. We can see in organic farming, it's nature friendly. It goes with nature. It never goes against the nature. Organic farming, it's a support to our ecosystem also. We can observe in organic farming, it doesn't mean we are going back and doing the traditional type or methods farming. It's a combination where the best pick up from the tradition and it's help from the science. It is the organic farming. It aims that we should get a good healthy life where the diseases are in large number in today's date. We want to avoid that diseases and a healthy and a good atmosphere for our generation and next generation. So it's a requirement or need of today's date or today's society to go with organic farming. We can choose different methods. It doesn't mean we are depends on totally nature. We can use different methods, science, awareness, a total knowledge, and new techniques for this farming. And with the organic farming, we can set up a good platform for our healthy, diseases-free generation. It is the organic farming. It aims that we can avoid the diseases, plus we can generate a good healthy generation and soil fertility, care of natural water resources. These things are very important. It is required worldwide. So we insist to follow the organic farming. The next things from my friend.
See, since yesterday we have been listening to many speakers, even experts, keynote speakers, and judges about dharma. What I think is of course, dear judges, it's my opinion that dharma is a science, and science is nature. Everybody, since we have been studying different books in every language, everything goes to nature. Nature is the basic, and it's science. Since yesterday I have been, yesterday actually I listened about the use of technology, to use it or not. About social media we have listened. I think we had good experts in ancient times in India, as Nalanda, university like Nalanda, Takshila, created many good students, experts, and gave the world good examples. Even medicine or maths was studied in ancient India in such universities. I don't think that there was inorganic farming in those days. Medicines were used even those days, and we know the story of Jivaka. I want to give this example only because organic farming will lead us to avoid the diseases, as my friend said. It also, yesterday we listened about ahimsa, one of the principles in dharmas. Organic farming will save all the organisms in the world, in the soil, in the air, when we avoid using pesticides, chemical fertilizers, insecticides. The soil will be pure, water will be pure, air will be pure with organic farming. This I'll request Ajit Anupamji to talk on this.
Just I want to add in this. Organic farming, it not only the crop production, it includes the good quality breeds, animal husbandry, which is the requirement of our society, and a care of natural water resources also. Okay.
I want to say just a few words regarding organic farming. First, do we have really organic food? Because after 1960, Green Revolution introduced in India. And after 1960, we have used lots of chemicals, pesticides, chemical, all in a soil. So now we turn into the organic farming. So we have some lacks. It needs. So in Marathi we are saying, जगाला शिकवण्यासाठी आधी स्वतःपासून सुरुवात करावी लागते. In English we can translate, if you want to teach to the world, start from yourself. So first, start from yourself. We will start steady, win the rest. In next few years, for example, Assam is the now state, is 100% organic farming in Assam.
It's a Sikkim.
Sikkim is the state. Now we started. Now it's time to change ourselves. Thank you very much.
Excuse me? From here?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
My question is that organic farming is much expensive, right? And it produces in a little bit a smaller area of production. Don't you think?
Dear friend, I hope you knows the expenses we are doing on our health. So I don't think it is expensive than our health. So we have to take care of our health and our generation. Not only us, it is our next generation also. If you want to take care of our generation, our next generation and our nature, we have to start at least at one stage. If we are thinking about the expenses, what about the expenses we are doing on the hospitals and other parts? And our nature also.
Sir?
Yes.
Wait, just
May
a
I?
second. So, my question is that everybody, if there is something which helps nature, which sustains nature, everybody would like to go with that, right? And everybody wants that farming that you have been referring about. So you have talked about that benefit of that farming, that these kind of things is very helpful for nature. But what kind of steps should be taken to promote this kind of farming, and how you can even direct the people, even spread awareness among the people that this kind of farming should be done, and how the thing should be cultivated by embracing such farming. So what is your say on that?
Okay. One thing I want to tell here that mostly we belongs to the Baramati constituency. It's famous for the agriculture and everything. We found there, if you want to do organic farming, it has a tremendous demand in foreign countries. Even if you are doing the organic farming properly, you require a certain permissions and documentation also. With that documentations, you have a huge market available there, and you can get good benefits. In foreign countries, without pesticides or chemical, if you produce, then only they are receiving it, and it's allowed.
I think you haven't got my question yet.
Let me finish. It allowed to sell. So if we gives these examples, set up these examples in society, mostly it is seen that farming is not good or for growth or economically, but it is possible. It is possible. So we can aware the society. It is possible to economical growth, not only a one single person, it is society's growth and it is helpful for the nation also. These are the examples right now currently we are experiencing. So with that we can convince the people, if it is support for our economy, your individual growth and society's best, so why cannot? With these examples we can assure them it's the best, and for that with the government support and public awareness we can go ahead.
Actually, for your question, actually this you were asking about the steps. What is my my understanding about it? Actually, from river side it is already started. People are now asking for organic food, and so accordingly farmers, they are taking steps and they are trying to provide organic food. That's what I have understood up to now.
May I?
Okay. Any other? Please.
Yes, sir.
As far as I have read in the academic texts of NCERT's 11 and 12 standard, I have read that India is not able to produce the the minimum, the actual amount of the wheat and rice and whatever supply that they are in, whatever demand they are in, and we are importing the things from outside the country or from the foreign countries. So how will this organic farming be able to meet the need of Indian demands, right?
Before Green Revolution, the same condition was there. After Green Revolution, changes happen. We have a large number of production that enough for our population. Today's date, we are at the stage we can fulfill the demands of our population, even we can export it. It's a great, it's exactly. May. Okay. So, yes, sir.
Yeah, is it over?
No, yet.
Oh. Please wind up.
Okay. So, yes, it is difficult to provide that much amount of production with the organic, but at least we have to start some good things at one stage, that it can become at a good level. So we are supporting that.
Okay.
So good things take time. So it will definitely happen. We'll find out the solutions as we'll.
So let's wait for the time, right? Okay, thank you.
Okay.
So Professor
Okay, thanks.
See, in India, agricultural sector is an unorganized sector. आणि म्हणजे महाराष्ट्रामध्ये शेतकरी संघटना आणि इतर संघटना आहेत ते मला माहिती आहेत. पण मी काय विचारतात की in India, if the agriculture sector is an unorganized sector, you have to fight with the multinational agrochemical fertilizer, pesticide and insecticide companies like DuPont, who have the aggressive marketing strategy to sell their product to the third world countries. So how can we counter that? If we want to promote the organic farming, how can we counter? Because it's very, very difficult. And the another technical point is, being a son of a soil, I can say that the new generation of the insecticide and pesticides is purely immune, generation to generation. Once, I mean, in 80s, you can kill a mosquito by using DDT. Now DDT will not work because the new generation of the insecticide is purely immune. So you have to have the mechanism to stop the marketing strategy of the multinational companies, which are, they have a systematic plan to spoil the soil of third world countries.
Okay, thank you, sir. I think whatever you have said, the
Wait,
step can be taken.
My
only
support
one thing.
is there for you.
Okay.
In one case, I'll just, it's not a question, It's just a statement. See, India is a great land of experiments in connection with anything that is useful for the entire globe. The best usage or example for instance to say is, see, when this electric vehicle system started, no country in the world was actually, of course, the West. See, you have to look at the West in a different perspective altogether, because India is a very big nation with larger population. Okay? You know the fact. And we are in the top 5 in encouraging by giving both subsidy and also, usage, CNG and electric system. Probably organic farming is going to become one of the revolutionary acts of the globe to experiment in the land of India, and I truly hope that, because I can see lots of shops that are coming in metros.
Sir, related to this only, excuse me, related to this only, I wanted to say that just now in last 5 years, I have listened, I read it, that in Vadodara, organic university has been started. So that is the first step, or the steps, what sir you were saying. I mean,
Professor Mehta pointed out a very interesting concept which needs to be addressed from your side. Sir, 1 minute. Because there is a global market that is entering into the India by bringing different kinds of chemicals to act on certain systems in the name of pesticides or in the name of petrochemicals. Some student was asking, how do you challenge the need of the products that are going to be sufficient for the land of India, okay? Like for the people of this country.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But I don't think we are importing any major product that is used by us to eat and survive. I don't think rice is imported. We are exporting, indeed, and any other grocery. We are importing majorly petrochemicals, crude oils, and some organic chemicals, of course. That's it. So India is having enough potential to start a revolutionary organic farming, and I truly hope to see this particular revolutionary result before I die. Thank you.
No, we won't allow you to die so soon. But yeah, I think you please be seated. Is there any other response? I think it's okay. I think the last one. Okay. Yeah.
Sir, may I just only answer the sir? Just only one. Sir, just only I want to add something from my side. Actually, in our state, it started cooperative sector, agri products. It's the sector where common farmers or the members can come together. They can form a funds on a large scale, and they can organize at national level and international level also. The support is there, and with that, the government started agri universities to deal with all these challenges. Thank you, sir, for that.
My question is that nowadays Sadhguru has started one of the mission, that is Save Soil, and you said about organic farming too. My question is, do you really think that we have that fruitful land that we can go with organic farming and feed the world? I would like to add the same question but with a different flavor. Yes. Yeah, okay. So in India, as sir said, do we have that fruitful land to feed the whole India with organic farming, that fruitful land?
Yes. Sir, to your question, I like to respond to you that it will take time. So time is the solution for everything. Of course, by using chemical fertilizers, insecticides, we have polluted the land. And if we start once letting these all microorganisms, air to play through the soil, earthworms or other organisms, then I think it will take time, but land will be definitely purified. If we purify the people, if we purify many things, then it is possible, but it will take time.
I would like to say one thing about that. Actually, we have started this practice. In our locality, we have started such kind of organic farming at one level that we can fulfill our family or our some regions need. It is started and it works. So it will definitely one time we will achieve for our country, and it's our aim. It should be.
Okay, thank you. So all this clapping has already, stamped your optimism that it will come true. But still the multinational companies are lurking in the corner, don't forget. So that's the reality. So, there is a kind of economic political angle, right, to this whole thing. And everybody wants organic food. You see, no one wants inorganic, right? But the problem is that which are the hurdles in the way, right, to achieve this. That's the only thing. So I think this discussion has made us more aware about the issues also. So thank you. I thank all of you.
Yes, so good debated. Now we have our esteemed presence of the Vice Chancellor of our host, Veer Narmada South Gujarat University. With a big round of applause, we will welcome Dr. Chawda sir here. Sir, we are heartily welcoming you. And sir is also enthusiastic and interested, and that is why, sir, still we have one debate as you have come. So I will request the seventh team of participants, that is seventh team, please, Veer Narmada South Gujarat University itself. So this is somehow coincidence. It was not planned. As on arrival of you, there is the team which are your students. They will be debating.
Actually, it's an honor to just to get the chance when our Vice Chancellor arrives. So I would like to welcome him. And being completely dependent on technology in this 21st century, that question arises that AI is boon or ban. Should we support AI or should we reject AI? Should we put AI aside? Artificial intelligence. So I would say that can't it be taken further for further exploration, because every kind of thing has been created for the betterment of the mankind, and AI is there to uplift mankind. And that there are so many inventions and so many things have been done successfully just because of AI. For example, I would like to give the example like Chandrayaan landed successfully because of AI. Gaganyaan also, and Aditya L1 is also launched successfully just because of AI. And the people like me, I would like to give you my personal example, like people like me who can't see. Even for those people also, AI very extremely helpful tool. For example, there are glasses, and their glasses guide us that what is there in front of you, where you should go, and what you should choose the direction about. And if there is something which come all of a sudden in my way, the glasses guides. So it kind of that artificial intelligence created by human being, but it works for the human being. It might have endangered certain kind of thing, but it can also be taken for the further exploration and uplifting of mankind. So I would say that that it has positive side and negative side both. Just like it is a tool. Like if knife will be given to the hand of the doctor will save the life, right? And that same knife will be given to the criminal, will commit a crime. So it is the same thing. If AI is being used by the people who are having wrong mindset, will do the wrong things. If AI is being used by the people who are there to support humanity, so they will create something, some kind of that good things out of it, AI. And from now on, my friend will proceed with his point of view.
Good morning, everyone. I will talking about little bit about chatbot, right? So whenever we go on a particular website, right? For example, if you are suffering from hair fall, so if you go on particular website, they will ask you some basic information, and they will collect the data of your hair quality and everything, and medicine if you have any condition regarding this. So they will ask you this simple questions, and accordingly they will create a plan of your hair treatment. So this is basically a job of AI, right? So this is an impactful decision making system, right? And it is helping humanity, right? And the other thing that I want to talk about is education, right? AI in education is very helpful. This is not for taking a job of a teacher or a professor, right? So basically what people are thinking about, that after AI it will eat the job of the person. No, this is not about that. This is a helping a teacher, a student, to have a betterment in that particular field of education, right? For the betterment of teachers, for betterment of students. So this is basically artificial intelligence, right? The basic thing is clear, that artificial intelligence is created by humans. So this is basically a human intelligence, right? So this is my point of view. And another point of view of mine is AI in automobile, right? So if you're buying a car today, so basically what you will get is full loaded with features, right? Most of the car has that features of ADAS, right? So that basically ADAS is running by AI, right? You can say that it is have radars and cameras and everything, but the AI is working actively in it, right? ADAS is a form of whenever you are driving a long way, ADAS will help you very significantly. Now I'm giving the mic to my next person.
Hello. You listen the arguments. These are the daily life arguments, the problems that faced by my colleagues. First is that he can't see. So how technology helped him, he said. And next, Kashyap was, he said his problems and its daily happenings. So I'd like to conclude our argument about is AI a boon or a bane. It's actually what can I say? It's a boon. See, we can see that the merits of the AI is always overshadowing its disadvantages. There are disadvantages. I'm not saying that online fraud is going on, cash deduction from account is going on. All these are the disadvantages of AI, but the merits are always overshadowing the disadvantages. So like my friend said, if a criminal is given a knife in his hand, he will kill people. But the same knife, if it's a doctor, he can save life. Just like the discovery of E is equal to mc square by Albert Einstein. It was mainly for creating energy. But you all know what happened after that in 1945 in Japan. So you can say that necessity creates invention. And necessity is also considered as the mother of invention, as well as it's called the father of destruction as well. Thank you.
Yes, now it is open for responses.
Yes, sir. I am
Yes,
here.
sir. Sir, as per the World Economic Forum 2020, had described that near about 85 million people are now jobless because of AI. And also with the reference of it, in India, some people are there, those who are illiterate. So how the AI would be useful for them, those who don't know about the computer, about these things. So how the AI will help for them?
Actually, that's the biggest question, and everybody just complaining about that AI is just taking job away from the people. But don't you think so? It's also creating jobs in different way. So now it is up to the people that people should get educated in terms of AI, and they should be kind of given the education that how they can be fluent and how they can be working with help of AI and with using AI. So now it is up to the education and teachers then how student and people should be familiar with AI. So it's taking job away. That's the jobs were traditional before that, but now it's creating new jobs. So we should always look forward, not backward. It's taking, but let's find something new out of it.
But sir, those who are illiterate, what about them?
No, but if the illiterate people are there, if they want to use AI, but still we can make some sense to those people that you can then there are so many illiterate people, but they can use mobile phone. Everybody is using Android, right? So it's not about the educating them by making sit them into the classroom, but educating in the sense that just make them familiar with such technology. So they can get their work done by using it.
Okay.
Okay, I think now, yeah. I think
Okay,
I think that's the blind alley now, because you have one point, he has the other, and fine.
Sir,
Both of you have analyzed
my question
this.
is that.
Please.
So my question is, you talked about a goody part I thought of AI. I want to discuss on the dangerous part. As AI has its own memory, its own brain, do you think it's a threat to the society? Do you think it will overpower the humanity and its ways of living? So is it threat to future society? What do you think? What are your views on it?
The same thing that we have been, that it is said that we have been made by God. So we might have we have overpowered God. We have created our own God. The same thing can be there also. But I would say that there should be kind of restriction using AI in terms of everything. In terms of research, in terms of, let's say, children are using AI, they can also get anything out of AI. And there should be restriction, but it cannot be put away from using it. And if it is so, then I don't think so. It's a kind of, that upgradation of the technology. So if it is so, then we should embrace it, rather just putting aside. So there could be a possibility, but I don't think so it will ever happen, because this artificial intelligence had been created by a human being. I won't think so it will overshadow the intelligence of the human being. There is less possibility.
Okay, yeah, 1 minute of comment from my side. See, if you look at, historically speaking, if you look at the perspectives of the evolution of the humanity on the planet Earth, you shall support this particular technology, which is actually creating 97 million plus positions in the name of the research and development in connection with artificial intelligence. All right. And without even knowing, every one of us who is sitting inside this particular hall are somehow linked, and we are habituated to be inside the world of artificial intelligence. You cannot really get rid of it anyway. The only thing that can be done, as that gentleman said, is the limitations and the restrictions that a human can create. Of course, a human mind is a brilliant thing on the planet Earth which is existing, and therefore we can limit the technology as well in connection with the overpowering of it.
Sir,
but I do support this particular argument completely, with certain limitations and restrictions on the technological aspects. Thank you.
So I would like to comment that
I do appreciate.
Because the time, the phase where human evolved, so certain, we as a primates use different tools. After coming of centuries, we use different tools. So in this century, I think AI is a tool for development of humans.
All right.
Yes, sir has given good idea, but I want to argue. Actually, when technology comes, AI, mobiles, etc., but our technical mind has been lost. See, our elders, they can count 10 plus 9 plus 5 plus 6 plus 4 without calculator, without mobile. We can't even 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 5 because of it's the effect of AI, mobiles, etc. So how we can collaborate?
I would like to also give you one example. For example, in ancient time, people used to fight with weapons, sword and these kind of things. Now, what kind of weapons are being used in military? So, can we see that we have lost that skill of fighting? No, right? We have found another way, right? And
very nice answer.
Yeah, the way of teaching that was. Thank you. Thank you. And that the same thing that I would like to say, that there there is if there is a possibility that the ability of counting numbers and that it may get lost. if we don't want that ability, then why should we bothered about it? Let it go. Let's find some another ability for that, and let's live with that new invention, and let's do some kind of good things for the humanity by using technology.
May I intervene?
May
I intervene? Yes.
Hello. Just one point.
Okay.
What he said, that to be familiar with the technology. So sometimes without knowing, to be familiar with, we automatically connect to it. So why to worry about some amount of people are not using it? Day by day it will be happen. How we, before 10 years or 15 years, we are not used to this mobile technology or something. Day by day, and one NCERT project I would like to point out. NCERT project, Mr. Marmar Mukhopadhyay has already started in his native remote place of West Bengal. He just, laptops are put among the children in natural situation, and within 15 minutes they started using it. So it is to be familiar with the word he uses very appropriate. To be familiar with the technology, it will be automatically done without knowing. Even if I ask some of you that what is ASCII, you won't be able to reply me, but I am using it. Computer, I am using it. Computer language, I am using it. So that is what we are driving also, but having no knowledge of technology. So that is okay. How to use it is more important.
And apart from that, I would like to also say in terms of language. So that English language, it is said that it's killing our vernacular. But in other aspect also, we can say that it can be also kind of window of the world. We can spread our knowledge through the English language. So if we, if had we rejected the English language, we would not have been able to spread our knowledge among the world. So the same thing is there with AI.
I think Sarju has been my student, in fact, long back. And I very well understand why he advocates AI.
Yes.
It's very useful, right, in our life. It transcends your limitations, and so that way there is no doubt about it that, but the point, there are two important points here. I think if you allow me 2 or 3 minutes, then, I think Swarup Dasji's point is quite valid. And I think this conference on Dharma, I think its relevance and significance could be measured on this topic, that how could Dharma have a stance against AI? It could be a challenge, it could be a new opportunity, or whatever you can call it, but certainly it's a new reality for us. The extent and scope and the intensity with which it's progressing. So only Dharma can, guide you how to deal with it. That's a very important thing that, for example, earlier generation used to count without the help of a calculator. Now we need a calculator, okay? The point is that, I think it's a simple example, but it's very important that, we are losing some natural power of our faculty. Why? Because there is something else to perform that function for us. See, there's a rule in nature. Only those things survive which use themselves in some way. If something falls into disuse, it disappears. Nature doesn't want anything which is not functioning. You see, nature wants everything which is hard-working, in a way, right? If you don't work hard, then you are marginalized and then you are gone. Nature doesn't want you. This is the principle of nature, whether you like it or don't like it. So in a way, if you don't use some organ of your body for a long time, you know what happens to that organ. That's why people say that you take a walk and you walk around, exercise. Why do you need your exercise? Otherwise, bodily functions, they would stop. Nature would make your body like that, stagnant. So problem with AI is this, that if it replaces certain basic human functions, we lose over a period our capacity to perform that, and then you cannot get it back. Evolution has a sort of direction in which it progresses. Then what happens that you have the artificial dependence on something which you have created and produced, and then you need it. For example, today I need a calculator, to calculate larger sums, right? I can't do sums without the calculator. Now, calculator is also a kind of AI, simple example of AI, right? I depend on the calculator now. Okay, so but the point is that with calculator, I can have faster calculations. I can save my time. I can have more efficient model. It can cater to a larger part of humanity. So the benefit is also there, but the loss is also there. Fine. So let us have a budget of benefits and losses. Point is that if there is kind of balance again, fine. You have some losses, but then you have greater benefits. The point is that now I come to the second point. That if what is human is redefined with AI, then there could be a problem. Can AI love someone instead of you? Can AI write a love letter for you? Can AI strike a friendship with someone instead of you because you don't have a time to strike a friendship? So you tell AI, you make that person my friend. AI goes there, talks and everything and all, right? So this could be possible in future. See, this may sound quite dramatic and say fantastic now, but this may be a part of the future. See, all Hollywood films which have been commercially very successful, you look at the Terminator series.
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is the actor. All Terminator series, it's a kind of dystopian vision of the future. Why? Because of AI. See, there is a kind of lurking fear in mankind. And not only in scholars, even because the films are commercial hit, it means that the common audiences all over the world have this feeling that the more AI, the more risky is your future. So, point is that how to save the human, how to save the humanity with AI, I think there dharma is very relevant.
Yes, sir.
Because AI cannot have moksha, only a human being can have moksha. You see, this is the point. You see, right? How so much intelligence AI is. Because AI is only for efficiency and intelligence. But human being is much more than sheer intelligence. There is also something else to this intelligence. What you call love or kindness or anukampa, right? So this dimension, spiritual dimension, AI doesn't have. So to adjust AI in human life, to understand its threatening posture, see, by saying this, I am not denying its benefits. Please, don't. We are not at the superficial level. AI is very useful, calculator is very useful, and we are going to use it. The only thing is that something which helps us against the ill effects of AI is dharma in its large sense. And that should be explored. I think such seminars and their outcome would be this, that how to use dharma significantly and meaningfully against the imminent threat of AI. I hope I try to make myself clear to you.
Right, sir.
Okay, thank you.
So, I have been...
Okay. Dr. Rakesh Desai, our chairing person, has concluded the session. So, now, as we have so far, we have seen the debate of almost 7 teams. We have still a team that we will cover in the last session. Here we have our esteemed presence of Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Chawda sir. Sir, as it's our great delight and pleasure as you have come for our small invitation. So we have a little gift for you. Here our Honorable Prabhucharan Das Swami present here. So Puji Swamiji will award, as we have designed, award for all the dignitaries, for all the esteemed guests. And the name of this award is Gurukul Jyot Award. So this is just a little gift from our side, sir. So Puji Swamiji will present you with this award, will garland you with the flower garland and case. First, Puji Swamiji will give the garland to Puji Swamiji. With a big round of applause, when Puji Swamiji will garland him, we will have the Sanman of Dr. Chawda sir. Gurukul Jyot Award and the Sacred Prasadam of Nilkanthdham will be offered to Dr. Chawda sir. At the same time, Even the sir cares for all of us. As he himself feels that I am the host, he brought a gift for all of us. So I would request the representatives of the university, Dr. Paresh Joshi sir, Dr. Goyani sir, and Surveer sir, please come to distribute the gifts which he brought for all of us. He brought something for all the contestants even. Sir, please, all of you three come here to distribute the gifts. Dr. Kishore Singh Chawda, he is Honorable Vice Chancellor, Surat. He is also a scholar, not only effective administrator, not only academician, but also he is a seasoned scholar. He has, being a PhD, he has guided 18 students for MPhil and PhD. For his name, there are more than 21 books published and paper presented. He has been awarded as Bharat Shiksha Gaurav Purushkar. He was engaged in more than 14 social service communities. He is presenting the first honor, our keynote person, Dr. Vijay Sevak sir. That's the site itself seems amazing, presenting all the dignitaries with his own hand. And here in the audience, to all the contestants, our honorable panel of judges, there is Dr. Paresh Joshi sir, who was active designer of this competition, who has taken part equally while designing the competition. At the same time, the guide of PhD for Dr. Surveer sir of Olpad College and Amroli College, Goyani sir also offering to all the contestants this very precious gift from the Veer Narmada South Gujarat University participants. This shows the generosity, this shows the compassion, this shows the humanity towards all the participants. This is a spirit of uplifting everyone. Thank you everyone, thank you. Thank you, sir. Now, please, sir, have a seat. Thank you for your generosity and your love for all the contestants, I would like to say. Because being a Vice Chancellor, it's not easy thing because he is involved in so many administration works. So just thinking, just a thought for a small gift to all the contestants, that itself is big thing. So it's generosity and love for us from the Dr. Chawda sir. Now I would like to invite for one speech. We have esteemed presence of Pujya Akhandavrutti Swami here. He is brought up in, he is born here, but he has almost spent his childhood and all of his studies in Chicago. He is a neurosurgeon. Afterwards, after completing his doctoral studies, he has renunciated. He thought of what is important, what is valuable, and what is the most prominent purpose of human life, and that is Shreya Marg, that is to get salvation. And he has been initiated as a saint in the Swaminarayan Sampradaya. He is also an inspiring speaker to various conferences. He has his own channel on YouTube where he provides inspiring lectures. Furthermore, he is also a seasoned Sanskrit scholar. He has studied till 8 years the in-depth Sanskrit scriptures. So I would like to invite Akhandavrutti Swami for his address.
Jai Swaminarayan to everyone. The exorbitant, towering celebrity of blissfulness, Bhagwan Swaminarayan, and all the enlightened saints, devotees, and commendable guests enthroned here. I bow all of you with utmost reverence. Jai Sri Swaminarayan, Jai Sri Krishna, and Jai Sri Ram. Anticipating that all of you have been doing gorgeous under the transcendental aura of this magnanimous campus. Right? Okay. Preeminently, I would relish to express my unequivocal and bona fide gratitude to Param Pujya Dharmvallabh Das Ji Swami and my congenial comrade Pujya Swarup Das Ji Swami for bestowing this opportunity. Today, I would cherish to render some sprinkling words about the sovereign monarch Bhagwan Swaminarayan. In fact, words are lackluster, the tongue is frivolous, the mind is inconsiderable, the brain is inconsequential, and the eyes are visionless, to augment the exuberance, to complement the jubilance, to romanticize the transcendence, to delineate the benevolence, and to envision the spectacular resplendence of Bhagwan Swaminarayan. His sensational pastimes are a testament to the unwavering commitment and determination. His life is a bona fide embodiment, epitome, and quintessence of humility and divinity. At the absolute dynamic age of 11, Nilkanthdham relinquished and abdicated the worldly possessions and traveled through the length and breadth of India. In his 7-year, 1 month, and 11 days of majestic journey, Nilkanthdham resuscitated the ideals of Hindu Sanatan Dharma and rekindled people's dormant love for God. Embellishing from the frost-shrouded pinnacles of the Himalayas to the spine-chilling shorelines of the south, sprawling from nipping frigidness to scorching heat, and radiating from horrendous thunderstorms to formidable droughts, Nilkanthdham's formidable journey and dauntlessness dazzled multifold of aspirants in the quest of God. Feather-headed and feeble-minded people attempt to vindicate that he was not God. They try to substantiate that since he has not killed demons like Ravana and Kansa, he is not God. But let me stout-heartedly vociferate that he has obliterated the roots that incinerates a person to be devil-minded. He has completely and absolutely metamorphosed the lives of millions of devotees. He has absolutely disrupted, dismantled, and demolished the roots that incinerates and instigates a person to be devil-minded. Rather than decimating mass murderers like Joban Pagi and Khaya Khatri, he absolutely metamorphosed their life. And this is the sovereignty of Bhagwan Swaminarayan. Bhagwan Swaminarayan, he not only rekindled Ekantik Dharma, but was also a big pioneer of social reforms in the society as well. You will be flabbergasted to hearken that Bhagwan Swaminarayan enfeebled violence and was a staunch proponent of ahimsa. He roaringly advocated for women's rights in India. He abolished and manacled and condemned the practice of Dudh Piti. He condemned and castigated the practice of Sati Pratha. He roaringly and magnanimously advocated the rights for women, despite facing substantial criticism from people in his own contemporary society who abominated the upliftment of women during those times. Bhagwan Swaminarayan was the pioneer of education in females in India, and you'll be astounded to hear that the literacy rates of education in females substantially augmented during Bhagwan Swaminarayan's time. Not only that, you'll be flabbergasted to hearken that even the British Raj was blisteringly advocated by the social reforms by Bhagwan Swaminarayan. Sir Malcolm, the then governor of Bombay, he claimed that Swaminarayan has done an incredible servitude for the Society for the Women's Rights in India. Professor David Herman, the then governor of Calcutta, he claimed that Bhagwan Swaminarayan has done an impeccable servitude for the society. Bhagwan Swaminarayan enshrined two prominent and flamboyant Gadis during his time, one in Ahmedabad, the Shree Narnarayan Dev Gadi, and one in Vadtal, the Shree Lakshmi Narayan Dev Gadi. Under his stalwart stewardship, there were approximately 2,000 saints and millions of devotees who absolutely consecrated their lives for the Almighty Bhagwan Swaminarayan. And today, I'm blisteringly delighted to exclaim that the Rajkot Gurukul Sansthan has been following and superseding the magnanimous footprints of Bhagwan Swaminarayan. For 75 years, the institution was pioneered and commenced by His Holiness Param Pujya Sri Shastriji Maharaj. Under his stalwart stewardship, under the magnanimous leadership of Param Pujya Guru Maharaj Sri Dev Krishna Das Ji Swami, Pujya Mahant Swami, and under the amicable guidance of Param Pujya Sri Dharm Vallabh Das Ji Swami, Today, there are approximately 275 sadhus and lakhs and tons of devotees living harmoniously. The institution has been making blistering strides in building mammoth spiritual, socio-cultural, and educational institutions. You'll be flabbergasted to hearken that the institution has recently laid the foundation stone for the first ever Kanya Chhatralaya. It will be the first ever premier institution in the Swaminarayan Sampradaya to commence this magnanimous endeavor. Seva is the cornerstone of this institution. Succinctly speaking, I would like to say that Pujya Dev Krishna Das Ji Swami, he is an extraordinary quintessence who perpetually lives for others and at the same time contemporaneously remains mesmerized in the providence. Succinctly speaking, in a nutshell, he is the epitome of responsibility, reliability, versatility, viability, flexibility, credibility, ability, utility, nobility, simplicity, humility, and divinity. Jai Swaminarayan.
Thank you, Akhand Vritti Swami. I could not get any prior address to his because he was a prior doctor. Now he is a saint. He is also still, I can also say that he is also a linguist because he is interested in multiple languages. He knows Urdu, he also knows Hindi, and it was difficult for him to learn Gujarati, but he started developing keen interest as he was from by birth only. He was in there Chicago, but still he has presented an inspiring speech, breathtaking speech that journeyed us through the life of Lord Swaminarayan, and he has honestly presented what this sanstha, what this organization does for the entire society, for the empowerment of women, and for the betterment of the entire humankind. So with this now, in this session, we will be having award ceremony, as we have some of the best brains we can see on the dais, on the even the judges of panel, even in some excellent writers we have, professors, esteemed guests. So here we have the esteemed presence of Pujya Prabhucharan Das Ji Swami. We have the equally esteemed presence of Dr. Chawda sir. So through their hands, we want to award these best brains who have put their blood, sweat and tear together to make this event a roaring success. So please, we have a big round of applause for all of these dignitaries. So first, yes, Pujya, as we have Pujya Akhand Vritti Swami said that under the guidance of, under the headship of Gurudev Dev Krishna Das Ji Swami, there are 275 saints who work tirelessly to uplift the entire humanity, and every single saint is iconic. And among them, as I introduced yesterday, Param Pujya Prabhucharan Das Ji Swami, he represents our all department into the overseas. He has been in UK, London for a few years. Currently, he is all looking all the managerial activities of all of our institution, which collaborates our branches into our central branch. He is also overlooking all the media department. So his esteemed presence is valuable for us. So from his esteemed hands, all the dignitaries will be awarded, and also from the pious hands of Dr. Chawda sir. So first here we have the presence of yesterday we had an inspiring talk from M.M. Goyal sir. What was the topic? Which economics? Yes, it was needonomics. Actually, my memory does not work sometime. It was needonomics. I searched when I saw this word, when he sent his resume. What is this? I had not been encountered with these words. Then I saw in dictionary. I could not found. Then I googled it, sir. Only then I got it. So this is something new. So first I would like to please Pujya Prabhucharan Swami and Pujya Chawda sir, both of them will come to the front floor. Please, volunteers will make arrangement. Pujya Prabhucharan Swami will garland him with flower and give him case. Dr. Chawda sir will award him with Gurukul Jyoti award. Please, the volunteers will make the arrangement. M.M. Goyal sir is former Vice Chancellor, Professor. He has experience of 44 years of teaching, 17 years of administrative experience. He is researcher, guide, orator, and everything that we can imagine. He is also bestowed the honor of Ambassador for Peace by the Universal Peace Federation. Just recently, last year, with a big round of applause, we will give him the award, Gurukul Jyot Award. Chowda sir wishes him best for his future, and Puja Prabhucharan Swami blesses him for his healthy, wealthy lifestyle and peace in the family and his own personal life. So with this, Goyal sir is awarded. He was also awarded in the Lord's Cricket Stadium the very last year. The next, here you can give some. The next award, I would like to call Dr. Vijay Kumar Sevak sir, who is a keynote person and who is also a multidimensional personality. His presence makes the entire event vibrant. Please come sir and accept your award. He is associated with Swaminarayan Gurukul since I think 1990, and he is in active participation in designing most of the events. So he is more like a friend and well-wisher to our Gurukul than a dignitary actually. He is dramatist, he has given his voice upon many documentaries, and he is still a person who is down to earth. So third, I would like to call Dr. Rakesh Desai, a chairperson of our debate, whose insights has given a lot of knowledge. Please sir, come and have your blessings from Swamiji's. Dr. Rakesh Desai, he is a former professor of Department of English at Veer Narmada South Gujarat University. He has 6 books has been authored by him. He is also a poet. If the time will allow us, we will also like to listen his poetry. Isn't it? He has written more than 50 poems. He is awarded Anjali Khandwala Best First Short Story Collection 2020. He is also a creative writer and translator, and publication of more than 28 papers in English and more than 4 papers in Gujarati has been named to it. Next, I would like to call Professor Dr. Chairperson of Paper Presentation Session, Dr. Ramesh Chandra Kothari. In paper presentation session, he has provided his insights thoroughly through all the competitions. Sir is a former Dean, Faculty of Education and Psychology, MSU, Maharaja Sayajirao Gayakwad University. He has guided, he is PhD in Mathematics Education, and he has experience of more than 38 years of teaching and 16 years of administration, which is Swamiji blesses him. We will enjoy this occasion with a huge round of applause for Dr. Ramesh Chandra Kothari sir. He has written more than 250 conceptual, theoretical and research papers. He is also an author of 20 books, and he has 8 awards on his name. Next, I would like to call Dr. Rajendra Mehta, who is the esteemed judge in our paper presentation session and who has provided insights thoroughly in all the sessions, in our debate sessions, in our paper presentation session. Sir, just to be a part of this event, respecting our small invitation, he came from Delhi to here. Dr. Rajendra Mehta, he has presented more than 70 research papers. He is also a prolific writer. He has written 31 one-act plays and 3 full-length plays. He is also a script writer, and he has provided voiceover for more than 5 documentary films. So this many credits has been named for Dr. Rajendra Mehta. The next I would like to invite the active designer of the entire conference, who was from the very beginning, and he will be till the very end for this event, for the active designing of this event, Dr. Professor Paresh B. Joshi. He is professor at Veer Narmada South Gujarat University Department of English. Sir, please come. Sir has guided many MPhil and PhD students. He has 19 years of teaching experience in literature, phonetics, English language teaching, soft skills. He has guided more than 12 students for PhD. He is also an effective anchor. I have heard that in most of the events of Veer Narmada South Gujarat University, he gives his voice. He is also a designer of this program. Puja Swamiji, Dr. Chawda sir, Dr. Savak sir, Puja Swarup Swami, Dr. Goyal sir. Please sir, raise the book, raise your hands so that everyone can raise your book with 2 hands so that everyone can see. Yes, in that way. Upside. So this is the front page of this book, Swaminarayan Sampradaya Paribhasha. Swaminarayan Sampradaya as it is.
डॉक्टर कोठारी साहब और हमारे फैकल्टी और आप सब, सबसे पहले तो मैं अपनी यूनिवर्सिटी की ओर से ये धर्मा सेमिनार करने के लिए और हमें उनके साथ जोड़ने के लिए मैं पहले तो शुक्रिया अदा करता हूँ, और हमारे जो भी स्टूडेंट्स हैं उसे मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूँगा कि खड़े होकर ये संस्थान का हम खड़े होकर हो सके इतना ज़्यादा देर से तालियां बजाकर अपनी कर ध्वनि से मैं सभी को कहता हूँ कि आप धर्मजीवन दास कह के ये जब तक आप हो सके इतना ज़्यादा देर तक आप पूरे ये परिवार को लिए, पूरे परिवार को अगर हम ये करना चाहते हैं, परिवार को ये पूरा दिव्य वातावरण बनाना चाहते हो, तो दिव्य वातावरण बनाने के लिए आप जितना कर ध्वनि करोगे, क्योंकि यही अपने जीवन का, अपने आध्यात्मिक का सबसे बड़ा जो कोई श्रेय है, तो अपने परम पूज्य धर्मजीवन दास स्वामी और पूरी टीम के लिए और देश के साथ के लिए आप हो सके इतना तालियां बजाते रहिए, क्योंकि मैं ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं बोलने वाला, मेरा बोलना सिर्फ ताली है, बाकी कुछ नहीं है। तो आप इसी के लिए, क्योंकि ये दिव्य आत्माएं जो है, दिव्य आत्मा को ही अपने पृथ्वी पे जब अगर हम विश्व गुरु बनाना चाहते हैं, आत्मनिर्भर बनाना चाहते हैं, आध्यात्मिक गुरु बनना चाहते हैं, तो ऐसे संतों का हमें आशीर्वाद हर हमेशा यूनिवर्सिटी के परिसर में मिलते रहे, और हमें उनके लिए हम हर बार उनके लिए कोशिश करते रहे। आभार, शुक्रिया। ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं कहते हुए, क्योंकि मैं यही कहूँगा कि पूरे, क्योंकि यहाँ ज़्यादा जो भी बैठे हैं इनका अपना एक अलग कंटेंट है, इंग्लिश में है तो इंग्लिश में कंटेंट है, आध्यात्मिक है तो आध्यात्मिक में है, संस्कृत में है तो संस्कृत में है। फिर भी मैं यही कहूँगा कि मैं भी यहाँ कॉलेज सिस्टम में 40 साल से हूँ, 1983 से स्टूडेंट से लेके पूरी यात्रा, मगर अभी सबसे ज़्यादा जो कोई जहाँ हम लीडिंग करते हैं, आदरणीय कोठारी साहब ने भी वही इसी यूनिवर्सिटी का लीडिंग किया था, मगर वहाँ जो मैं आपसे यही सुनने के लिए ही आया हूँ, मगर मैं यही आध्यात्मिक को किस तरह से जोड़ा जाए, क्योंकि ये जो साउथर्न पार्ट है, साउथर्न पार्ट में सबसे बड़ा आप जानते हो कि सबसे बड़ा डायमंड की इंडस्ट्रीज़ है, सबसे बड़ी टेक्सटाइल इंडस्ट्रीज़ है, सबसे बड़ा दरिया किनारा है, सबसे बड़ा ट्रांसपोर्टेशन यानी आगे जाके बुलेट ट्रेन, मेट्रो ट्रेन और दिल्ली मुंबई रेलवे कॉरिडोर और मुंबई अहमदाबाद एक्सप्रेस हाईवे, सबसे बड़ा केमिकल और फार्मास्यूटिकल, ये जो भी बातें बताई पूरी इकोनॉमिक से बताई, आर्थिक परिप्रेक्ष्य में। ये आर्थिक परिप्रेक्ष्य में जो लोग जुड़ेंगे उनको रात को अगर शांति चाहिए, अगर दिन से शांति से नींद को सोना है तो कहाँ जाएंगे? क्योंकि सोने के लिए उनके अपने आत्मा, अपने जो मन है, मन के अंदर जो चाहिए वो अगर नहीं मिलेगा तो आगे जाके इसमें बहुत सारा अलग अलग तरह का तनाव खतरा, अगर बहुत सारे जो घर है वैसे अलग अलग तरह के टूट जाएंगे। इसीलिए मैं ये हर बार स्वामीनारायण संप्रदाय से मैं यही रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ, क्योंकि उन्होंने, आप जानते हो कि जैसे आदरणीय जी ने बताया कि मोर देन 75 स्टूडेंट्स आर स्टडी इन गुरुकुल, और आगे जाके यूनिवर्सिटी में हम जब बात करते हैं तब यही कहेंगे, जैसे अपने आगे जाके अपने नालंदा और गुरुकुल जैसे अलग अलग विश्वविद्यापीठ को सोचते हैं, तो कई बार हम भी सोचते हैं कि यूनिवर्सिटी का नाम ही बदल देना चाहिए, यूनिवर्सिटी के बजाय वीर नर्मदा साउथ गुजरात गुरुकुल होना चाहिए, यूनिवर्सिटी नहीं होना चाहिए। क्योंकि अगर हम सही में उनको आगे ले जाना चाहते हैं, स्टूडेंट्स तो बहुत होते हैं, हमारे पास भी अगले साल भी हमने 5,21,000 बच्चों की एग्ज़ाम ली, पर वहाँ जो कमी होती है एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन में, उनके पास जो खुद का स्पिरिट चाहिए वो स्पिरिट नहीं होने की वजह से बहुत सारा है। बाकी ये पूरे धर्मा में जो भी है, ज़्यादा देर यहाँ नहीं रुक पाएंगे। इसके विषय यही है कि हम भी अभी 22 जनवरी के जो माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री के नेतृत्व में राम मंदिर का जो प्राण प्रतिष्ठा हो रही है, उसके बाद यूनिवर्सिटी ने भी 6 दिन का रामोत्सव रखा है। इसीलिए पूरे हर दिन रात को 10,000 से ज़्यादा लोग अलग अलग कल्चरल एक्टिविटी होती है। इसमें भी आपको इनविटेशन देता हूँ कि जब जो सूरत से है उसे रिक्वेस्ट है कि कल से पूरे और 3 दिन बाकी है, उसमें भी आप जुड़िए। बाकी कुछ नहीं कहते हुए वंदे मातरम, भारत माता के जय, जय जय गुजरात, जय स्वामीनारायण।
Thank you, Dr. Chawda sir, for your most inspiring words, for your appreciation for the institution STRS, Swaminarayan Gurukul Rajkot Sansthan. I only want to thank Dr. Chawda sir in one sentence. Today, sir, whatever efforts you have put in for this event and your entire team, my attitude today is one of gratitude, and the magnitude for which is infinitude and plentitude. So it's been so far. Still there was one event, but time would not allow us. So we'll, with big round of applause, we'll give this big round of applause to the presence of Dr. Chawda sir again. So now, Dr. Chawda sir, you can proceed with other things. Now we will, okay, it's comfortable. That's fine. That's fine. So now the next, we are going to have the sacred river Narmada, and it is designed in the program at 1 o'clock. We are going to have the sacred touch of holy river Narmada. This is the tapobhumi of multiple sages. Even Hanumanji himself has performed 12 years of tap after the battle of Ramayan. So how there would be, what would be the arrangement for this will be announced by Pujya Sarup Swami.
जय स्वामीनारायण, जय श्री राम। संस्कृत भाषा में एक बहुत अच्छी सूक्ति कही गई है, गीता जी में वो श्लोक किया कहा गया है, प्रसादे सर्व दुखानाम हानिरस्योपजायते। सभी दुखों का मूल का नष्ट प्रसाद से होता है। तो अभी सबसे पहले हम प्रसाद लेने के लिए जाएंगे, प्रभु प्रसाद लेने के लिए जाएंगे। अभी 12 शायद 12:15 तो हो गया है, 12:15 प्रसाद लेने के लिए जाएंगे। बाद में 1 बजे हम सब साथ में नर्मदा स्नान करने के लिए जाएंगे, क्योंकि स्वामी जी ने बताया कि नर्मदा तट बहुत अति पवित्र है। उसमें ऐसा कहा गया है कि गंगा नीरम रेवातीरम तापी दर्शनम, यानी कि गंगा में स्नान करने से पवित्रता मिलती है। गंगा का पानी बहुत पवित्र है, नर्मदा का तट बहुत पवित्र है, और तापी नदी का दर्शन करने से पवित्रता मिलती है। तो अभी आप तापी मैया से भी अत्यधिक लोग तो वहाँ से ही आए हैं नर्मदा स्नान करने के लिए अवश्य आइए। यहाँ पर बहुत दूर दूर से सब लोग नर्मदा स्नान करने के लिए आते हैं, बहुत महिमा है। हम भी आपके साथ, संत लोग भी साथ में आएंगे, तो सबको भोजन करके सबसे पहले यहाँ आपका जो रेसिडेंस है वहाँ जाना है, और साथ में जो स्नान करने के लिए आपकी साधन सामग्री है वो भी साथ में, वहाँ भोजन करने के लिए हम जाएंगे वो साथ में लेकर जाइए। भोजन करके यहाँ नहीं आना है, वहाँ ही रहना है। तो हम सब लोग संत लोग वहाँ आ जाएंगे 1 बजे, भोजन प्रसाद का जो कैंपस है वहाँ पर, और वहाँ से हम संत लोग जाएंगे, हम सब साथ में जाएंगे। और डिग्निटरीज को भी मेरा करबद्ध प्रार्थना है, आप सब भी लोग आएंगे और बहुत साथ में 1 घंटा तक हम लगातार स्नान भी करेंगे और फोटोग्राफ भी कैचअप्स करेंगे। और फिर से
डॉक्टर परेश
और फिर से 2:45 वो जो डिग्निटरीज के लिए गाड़ी की व्यवस्था है, वो जो डिग्निटरीज के लिए गाड़ी की व्यवस्था भी कर देंगे, ठीक है ना। तो वहाँ ही सब व्यवस्था हो जाएगी वहाँ। और एग्जैक्ट स्नान करने के बाद एग्जैक्ट 2:30 to 45 के बीच में यहाँ प्रोग्राम शुरू हो जाएगा, ठीक है। तो यहाँ पर हम प्रोग्राम एंड अप करते हैं। बोले सहजानंद स्वामी महाराजनी जय, रामचंद्र भगवान की जय।
Puja Elder Swamiji also suggested and just had the comment that if anyone has problem of itching, the water of Narmada is completely pure. It does not contain salt content. There are many names of Narmada in Narmada Ashtak, and one of them is Kshar Rahit. It is free from the Kshar, we can understand it. It does not contain any salt content, so it won't be itchy to skin. It is also named as Satya Sankalp Sarita. Whatever we put our desires, whatever when we are in the water, and whatever sankalp we do, what desire we do, that will be fructified by this holy river itself. So we will proceed for that.